Hi, Paul Hogendorn, founder of FreePoint Technologies. Today we're going to talk about the why. Not so much the what and the how, the when, or the where. We're going to talk about the why. Why is Industry 4.0 important? Why is the IoT relevant? Why do manufacturers have to do these things today? Well, it's for two reasons. One is because equipment is expensive and needs to be replaced to remain competitive. But more importantly, we're at a time right now when our workforce is changing. The boomer generation is leaving and retiring, and Generation Z or Z is coming in to take their place. And there are significant differences between the exiting generation and the incoming generation, or the generation you are targeting to bring onto your factory floor to replace the exiting generation. For instance, they communicate different. That's very, very clear. They communicate with iPads, with cell phones, they communicate with texts, they communicate constantly. They're motivated different. Where in my generation, we were motivated by a white picket fence, 2 cars in the driveway, and the promise of putting our kids through college, university. This new generation is motivated differently. They learn and retain information quite differently because they use the internet, they access Wikipedia, they Google things, they take information in different ways, they retain information in different ways. But they're still very, very important to us. They're not only important to us as co-workers and as employees, they're also important to us as our future customers and our future marketplace. So we must be able to adapt Industry 4.0, IoT, all of these new technologies on the plant floor so that we can engage the new generation of workers. So let's just take a look at the difference between baby boomers, Generation X, Generation Y, and Generation Z or Generation Z. Okay, so the baby boomers, people my age, I've already talked about how I'm motivated. Then we have the Generation X and the Generation Y. Generation X, very status focused. They're retiring. They have a lot of knowledge too, and you want to harvest the knowledge from them. Generation Y, okay, Generation Y, multi-career, social engagement focused, life-work balance. Those are the things that matter to them. The Generation Z or Z, they're technology driven. They're looking for workplace freedom and life balance. And here's the most important thing of all. Not only is this young generation coming in different than the preceding 3, in my opinion, this is the most passionate generation, young generation to come along since the late 60s. In the late 60s, you had a generation that wanted to change the world and wanted to be significant and wanted to make a difference for the world. We didn't see that in the 2 generations that followed so much, but this generation coming up, they want to make a difference. They want to be heard. They want to change the world. They're looking for significance. Our workplaces have to accommodate them, and not only do our workplaces have to accommodate them, our plants, our factories, our companies are going to be far better off if we can unleash and tap into the potential that that generation brings to the workplace, brings to the factory floor and the office. That's the reason that you're looking at Industry 4.0. That's the reason that you're looking at IoT technologies. You're not doing it for technology's sake. You're not doing it for productivity's sake. You're doing it to unleash the potential of the incoming generation.